Hello, Pokemon Masters, Birdkeepertoby here, and welcome to Mount Lana Killer, the only snow peak in the whole of the Alola region. I'm here doing some very serious research on the Pokemon that live here. For example, Vulpix, the Alolan form, which is a variant of the form that you find in Kanto that's a fire breather. I love Alolan Vulpix so much that I actually have one on my Alolan Festivities jumper, available while stocks last. I love Vulpix, and I also love its evolution, Ninetales, and the backstory behind it, because, according to the Pokedex, Ninetales was created thousands of years ago when 9 wizards combined their powers to become one Pokemon. It's like magic, and that leads me to today's question. Does magic exist in Pokemon? Now, obviously, by their very nature, Pokemon are pretty magical creatures, and the word magic is defined as something being supernatural, out of this world, and yeah, Pokemon possess incredible abilities. There are some Pokemon that can breathe fire, others can shoot lightning bolts, and others can fly. Some Pokemon can even bend time and space at their will, so what exactly is supernatural in the Pokemon world? Well, what about Ninetales? Wizards aren't highly documented to exist in the Pokemon world, and the idea of people turning into Pokemon is stranger still. A man has awoken to find himself turned into a Kadabra one day, or died and become a Gengar, according to the Pokedex. And even in the TV show in the episode Hocus Pokemon, Ash briefly gets turned into a Pikachu. But we know that there are Psychic and Ghost-type Pokemon, and they are pretty mysterious. And there's even Psychic-type Pokemon trainers who appear to have powers. Possibly, these things could explain those kind of events. So clearly, people transforming into Pokemon isn't the strangest thing in the Pokemon world, and heck, transformation is even an ability possessed by Pokemon like Ditto. That's better. Even looks good as a t-shirt too, right? Anyway, why don't we try looking at a different kind of magic in the Pokemon world, namely, alchemy. Alchemy is a mystic science, a kind of precursor to modern-day chemistry. Scientists and mystics alike would once try to purify metals using mystical or divine powers to obtain godlike objects such as a Philosopher's Stone, a stone that is said to help you live forever. And if you have been typing Pokemon into YouTube this year, there's a good chance you've already seen one of Lockstin's many videos about this exact topic. There are so many references to alchemy in Pokemon. However, again, Pokemon fails to be supernatural here because alchemy relies on the powers of deities and gods and mystical creatures, which in the Pokemon world translates to legendary Pokemon, which, while yes, they are rare and hard to obtain, they are still part of the Pokemon lore. They are natural beings, not supernatural. In fact, while researching Pokemon lore and fandom, I found it very difficult to find anything that could really be considered magical for the Pokemon world. But I did find one thing. A character, actually, in the most obscure part of the Pokemon TV show, and that character is Santa Claus. Santa Claus is a character who appears in just a few episodes of the Pokemon TV show, but in this small part of the Pokemon canon is a nod to something just a little more magical. For example, Santa Claus is said to have the ability to visit all homes across the world almost simultaneously, and over the course of one night deliver a present to everyone. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never seen Santa Claus have an Abra that knows teleport or a Dialga that can stop time. No, the only real Pokemon I've seen Santa Claus use in the show is a Stantler. Oh no, not again. His Stantler is special though, with the ability to fly his sleigh, and last time I checked, Stantler can't learn fly. Now, whether or not this is magic in the Pokemon world, or whether it's just an illusion being conjured up by Pokemon, nobody really knows. But one thing is for sure, and that is that the Pokemon world is a very magical place. Happy holidays, Pokemon Masters!
This is Ash Ketchum. You just watched a video by Birdkeepertoby. That makes you a Pokemon